Have you ever been scrolling online and seen a DIY beauty recipe that seems way too good to be true? Well, today we're diving deep into one of those. We're going to unpack a viral skincare routine that's been making the rounds, breaking down the exact recipes and the pretty huge claims behind them. Let's get into it. So, the video we're looking at kicks things off with an absolutely massive claim. It says, and I'm quoting here, bay leaf is 1,000,000 times stronger than Botox and collagen. Wow. That is a bold statement. It's designed to grab your attention for sure, so let's see the series of recipes that are built on that very idea. Here's our game plan. First, we'll look at that core claim. Then, we'll walk through each of the 3 recipes one by one. A tonic, a bay leaf mask, and then an aloe flaxseed mask. And at the end, we'll see how it all supposedly works together as a full routine. So where is all this coming from? The source is a YouTube channel called Gesundheit and Schönheit, which just means health and beauty. The whole idea they're presenting is that this routine is a natural way to fight wrinkles. Let's dive into the very first recipe, because it's the foundation for everything else. Okay, recipe number 1 is a bay leaf tonic. And according to the video, this isn't just a one-off thing. A part of this tonic is actually used to make the second recipe, the bay leaf mask. So you really have to start here. This is step 1 for the whole system. The ingredients are really straightforward. You've probably got most of this in your kitchen right now. All you need is about 7 or 8 dry bay leaves, 200 milliliters of water, and 1 lemon. That's it. Simple, right? Let's see how you put it all together. So the process starts by basically making a bay leaf tea. You boil the leaves in water for about 10 minutes. Then you let it cool down completely. Now here's a really important step. You pour half of that bay leaf water into a separate bowl to save for later. To the first half, you squeeze in the fresh juice from a lemon, strain it, mix it up, and that's it. Your tonic is done. As for how to use it, the video suggests putting the tonic in a little spray bottle to make it easy to apply. The instructions are to spray it on your skin every morning and every evening. And if you keep it in the fridge, they claim it'll stay good for about a month. All right, on to recipe number 2, the bay leaf mask. Now remember that leftover bay leaf water we set aside? This is where it comes back into play. We're going to turn it into a creamy, soothing mask. So this recipe starts with that reserved bay leaf water. Then you add a tablespoon of starch, like cornstarch, a teaspoon of shea butter, a few drops of vitamin E, and a little more lemon juice. Okay, making this is pretty interesting. First, you mix the starch into the cold bay leaf water. Then you cook it over low heat, and you have to keep stirring. After just a couple of minutes, it thickens up into a paste. You take that off the heat, move it to a bowl, and stir in the shea butter. Once it's cooled down, you add the final touches, the vitamin E and lemon juice. So, how do you use this one? The suggestion is to put the mask on clean skin in the evening, leave it for a good 30 minutes, and do this 3 times a week. After you rinse it off, the routine says you should follow up with the bay leaf tonic we made earlier. See? You can see how the 2 products are meant to work together. But we're not done yet. The video actually presents a 3rd recipe. This one is a completely separate mask made with aloe and flaxseed, and it's presented as another treatment you can do each week. The ingredients for this one are totally different. We're talking a fresh aloe vera branch, flaxseed, water, cornstarch, grapefruit oil, and some vitamin E. This one's a little more involved and actually has 2 parts to the preparation. First things first, you have to make your own fresh aloe vera gel. The video shows the creator cutting up the aloe, tossing it in a blender to make a pulp, and then straining all of that through cheesecloth. This gets you the pure gel without any of the fibrous plant bits. Now for part 2. You start by grinding up whole flax seeds. Then, just like with the other mask, you simmer them with water and cornstarch until it gets all creamy. You let that base cool down a bit, and then you mix in the grapefruit oil, the vitamin E, and 4 teaspoons of that fresh aloe gel you just made. And how often should you use this one? Well, similar to the bay leaf mask, the recommendation is 3 times a week. The video also mentions that if you have any left over, you can pop it in the fridge and it'll keep for about 7 days. Phew, okay, so we've got 3 different homemade products here, a daily tonic and 2 different masks that you use a few times a week. So how does this all fit together into one cohesive routine? Let's lay it all out. This chart really brings it all into focus. You've got the bay leaf tonic, which is your daily driver. You use it morning and night. Then you have the two masks, the bay leaf one and the aloe flaxseed one. Each is recommended 3 times a week, so you'd probably alternate them on different nights. It's a pretty involved process, all made from scratch in your kitchen.
So, what we've just walked through isn't just a handful of recipes. It's really a perfect example of a huge online trend. This whole system, built on simple kitchen ingredients and a claim that sounds almost magical, kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? As these viral recipes promising these incredible results keep popping up everywhere, what does this boom in at-home alchemy really say about our modern search for the fountain of youth?